Alright, what's up everybody? For those of you who don't know, my name is Jason McCullough. And hopefully, I'll be teaching you guys how to play guitar. Not so much how to play guitar, but I really just want to make the guitar available to anybody who wants to be able to play and can't afford lessons. And on top of that, I think what I'm going to be showing you would be very good for anybody who is going to pursue lessons in the future. This will basically just give you a good groundwork, a good base to stand on. And on top of that, the lessons I'll be showing you can actually really help you for a lifetime. They're from anybody. They will get a beginner guitar player who's never had a guitar in his hands before off the ground, and they're actually very good exercises even for warm-ups for experienced guitar players. I still use them, and I've been playing since Christmas in 1994. Got my first guitar. Basically, well, we'll jump right into it, and in a later video I'll give you a little bit more bio about the method itself and about myself. I'll let you know how I came up with the method. It's not the most astounding thing in the world. It's not difficult at all. It really just requires dedication and time. And I can really say that because I've tried to teach a lot of guitar people how to play guitar. The one thing they lacked wasn't ability, it was dedication. Even people go, oh God, my hands are too small. No, they're not. I've seen guys with dinky little hands, like in that Burger King commercial, play circles around me easily. So there's really no excuse other than your own dedication and time. Or you can say, yeah, I've got trigger finger. Yeah, me too. See? Doesn't really work all that well. But you know what? I use my pinky a lot in my style of playing. So, first things first, this will be, I'm going to show you the mechanics of a guitar, how to tune, and then we'll get into an exercise. And if anybody has any questions regarding any of the intricacies of a guitar, any of the little things, like I can teach you how to fully set up a guitar with intonation and everything like that, but since I'm really gearing this towards kind of beginner guitar players, I really don't think you should be doing that. I did, and I probably screwed up one or two guitars along the way, so it was all trial and error, because I just didn't have the money to pay somebody to do it for me. Also didn't have money for lessons. So I'm really hoping that people that were in my situation, that this video set will really give you a great place to start and put you light years ahead of where I was by the time I hit my 1 year or 2 year mark. But anyways, here we go. The first thing, let's work on the what comprises a guitar. Oh, pretty easy. This is your headstock. And as you can see, this is a Schecter C1 Elite. It's alright. It's not my favorite guitar, but it plays pretty damn good, especially for the money. These are your tuning pegs, or tuning keys. These are your tuning pegs, rather. Obviously, these are your strings. This is your nut. This is where the beginning and end of the wave, depending on what direction you're looking at, is saddled. And each one of these is cut so that the string won't slide side to side. Okay, these little metal bars right here, right there, right there, right there, those go all the way on this guitar to 24. And most other guitars actually have what are called dot inlays as fret markers. So each one of these is a fret bar, and this wood that's in between all these frets is called the fret board. This overall piece is the neck of the guitar. This is ideally right here where the neck of the guitar comes in contact with the body. This is the body. Oops. This is the body. This is the neck joint. Now this particular guitar is called a set neck. It's not, the neck doesn't go all the way through. It's just glued in. As you can see, there's no bolts back here. It's just a really nice smooth joint. And okay, from that point, you got what's called your neck pickup, your bridge pickup, your actual bridge, and this is a tune-o-matic. When the strings actually go through the body, and you put them in through back here. That helps greatly with tone. Another part of the mechanics of guitar is really kind of cool, even with electric guitars, is that you always wonder, why is this? What's the deal with this classic design? You got this kind of small horn right here and a larger, thicker, broader horn up here. Well, quite simply, that's for bass and treble. Your lower notes here, your higher notes here. So that's the way it works. And a lot of times, the guitar will actually be in two pieces, but you can't tell if it's painted. where they have a looser, well, at least the more high quality ones will have a looser grain of wood up here and a tighter grain down here. So that actually really contributes to the tonality of the guitar. So, and let me give you two more examples of some other pretty cool guitars, and that also lets me show off what I got. Alright, this is my baby. This is my Warlock. And when I was talking about dot inlays, here they are. On the 3rd, the 5th, the 7th, 9th, 12th, 15th, 17th, 19, 21. And on the other one, like I said, it's 24 frets, this one has 22. And as far as the neck joint goes, you can see pretty obviously right here that this neck is bolted on to the guitar. And a lot of times you'll have a base plate back here, but this guitar doesn't. And on this guitar, there's a couple differences. I've modified it a little bit. This would normally be what's called a lock nut, which is like a bunch of little clamps for the strings, because what it has is a Floyd Rose locking tremolo. And each one of these is basically a vise. And here's how you screw these in. You cut the ball ends off of the strings, put them in there, screw these in to clamp everything down. And this is normally a floating tremolo, which means, you know, it's one of the ones that has a whammy bar. You pull it and you can bend the note, drop the note. Yeah, I don't do that. So mine is actually set all the way down so it doesn't move. And that way I can do alternate tunings without having to worry. And up here on the nut, like I was talking about right here, I got rid of the original lock nut and put a graphite nut. That helps with tuning and maintaining tuning. And finally, for those of you who have, I would have to say, made a mistake and got an acoustic guitar for their first guitar, this is the hardest guitar to play. It's got a thicker body. It doesn't really sit on your body that well. You'll notice along the series that I don't play like this. I actually play with the guitar dead in front of me because I played in a band forever, and the most important thing was being able to play while you're standing up. So it kind of puts everything in a little bit more natural position for me, where everything's right here. So again, you can see on this guitar, no dots, no fret markers. But if everybody's looking, and I don't know if you can see it on this, maybe you can. Yeah, you can. It does have dots at every one of those frets. But basically, because ideally you're not going to be bending over your guitar and trying to read them. They're right here along the top edge of the neck. That way they're easily visible. Again, there's your 12th, 9th, 7th, 5th, and 3rd. So, and a lot of times some of the cheaper guitars, for some reason, like to put a dot on the first. I don't get it. But again, we have the same working parts. Headstock, tuning pegs, tuning keys. There's a nut. You can see a little bit better on this one because of the contrast. Frets, fretboard, and you got the neck joint of the guitar, which on an acoustic is glued as well. The bridge on acoustic is a little bit different. As you can see here, is traditionally ivory or bone. I'm pretty sure it is plastic. These little things, you put the string into these little holes and you basically kind of pin it down. They're string pins. You gotta, on acoustics, you gotta watch these, not these. Well, yeah, these, because if you don't do it right, when you're tuning, you pop the string right out, and you can actually damage your guitar pretty bad. So when in doubt, take it to a pro. Another cool thing that when I was talking about the treble and bass on a electric guitar, you have it in here as well, except for the difference is it's glued to the face. Inside this hole is glued to the underside of the face of the guitar, which is, you know, the front, where you have different strips of wood through here that will basically can create different kind of resonance for bass and treble. So that is basically the mechanics of a guitar. I mean, there's a lot more into it, but if anybody needs any more information on that, just let me know, and I'll be happy to help you. But I'm out of time, so we'll run into the next video. We'll get into tuning, and I guess since I have 10 minutes for that one, I'll do tuning and a couple exercises to get everybody started. All right, man. See you later.